I Freya? Like, am I illiterate?
Hi. I don't know what happened this week, but I think I developed insomnia. So, love that for me. I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. So, welcome to the vlog. We are finally at Acowar. No, that's not it. We're finally at Acowar. Fitting, because the war is this book. I'm sleep deprived, guys. As you guys know, caffeine doesn't do anything for me. So I don't really know what to say because my brain's only half working right now, but we're gonna start Acowar. Reading vlog, spoiler free. If I do need to do some spoilers, I will have like a timestamp of the spoilers at some point, so it's okay. Now, I do want to do a disclaimer and say that I may mention things that happened in the other books. So if you haven't read the first two, then I suggest either reading those before watching this, or if you don't care, then cool. My first thoughts before I go into it, I don't have anything other than Tamlin's gonna piss me off and I'm already sleep deprived, so the level of frustration I may have might be an
astronomical amount.
So don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to deal with Tamlin. Like I'm already pissed thinking about that. Like, how much time am I gonna have to be in the spring court and like dealing with Tamlin at all? So yeah, that's all I can think of right now. The flop is flopping, y'all, so that's great. Let's get into it. Ow.
Chapter 9? Feyre is that girl! Dang it. An actor. An actor she is. I'm so glad Feyre did what she did to Homegirl. And then chapter 10, she is insane. I love this crazy lady now. Remember in the first book when I said she was boring and I don't care? Oh my gosh, how times have changed. Slay. I'm so happy to be around Lucien again. I missed him terribly. I love that man. I love the duo. Feyre and Lucien, the duo, the OG duo. I love them so much. Tamlin's obviously annoying. Duh. But he's not as annoying. Like, he's not making my blood boil. You know, I was expecting him to make my blood straight up boil, but he's just annoying and like stupid. So that's good. It's not good, but I can handle that, you know? So that's great. I'm glad the whole spring court stuff wasn't like literally half of the book. That's what I was scared of. Chapter 13, bro. Chapter 13! Oh my gosh, I wish I was vlogging my reaction. I'll reenact it for you. Let's see. That's it. Oh, you can't see me. Hold on. This is what happened. Yes, ma'am! That's what happened. There is no such thing as blank. There is now. Yes! That was so cute. Feyre and Cassian's reunion. That was so cute. They literally said like 2 words. And I'm just like, ah! I am so dramatic and so annoying. Like, calm the hell down. Like, literally all it says is, Cassian smiled softly. Hello, Feyre. My throat tightened to the point of pain, and I threw my arms around his neck, embracing him tightly. I missed you too, Cassian murmured, squeezing me. Like, why am I so just weak in the knees over that? Like, what? that was like nothing. Like, it's fine. Hi. I just wanted to say it's the next day, and I've been watching Carrie Can Read's like plot explanations to the Acotar series. So funny. Definitely go watch it. And it's jogging my memory of, you know, how I said the fantasy elements really just kind of boop. It's helping. So that's nice. And I think it's so funny how, like, when she reads like the cringy stuff, it feels like it's the first time I'm listening to it. I don't know where I was when listening and reading. I don't know where I was for half of these like cringy moments because I don't even remember that. Like, was I even existing? Like, I'm confused. Still love the books though, but yeah, it does sound very cringy. I remember I didn't ever talk about how in the second book they talk about like how their wings are sensitive and can be used for some spicy time, you know? I didn't give my 2 cents on that, and it's because I didn't have any, because I was very like, what the hell, you know? So yeah, that's weird. I think Sarah, she's weird. She's a little weirdo, you know, but I eat it up, you know? She's a little weirdo. Her spice is a little weird sometimes. Kind of interesting, adding the whole wings element to it. But not to like kink shame anyone. None of y'all have wings. Any of y'all watching, y'all don't have wings. What am I talking about kink shame? So does that mean birds, like, their wings, are they sensitive? Is Sarah just being realistic? Their wings, they be sensitive just like any other bird's wings are. Still weird, but the romance is great. I still love it. So there's that. Watching Carrie's video is really making me like, do I pay attention at all when I read books? Like, am I even reading? Like, because half the things that she read out loud to like show the cringe of it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't even remember that. So it's very funny to me to be like, oh, can I read? Like, am I Freya? Like, am I illiterate? I do want to say that I am so intrigued by Nesta. Like, I know I've mentioned that before in the other videos, but I just, like, Nesta is really the reason I will read Silver Flame, because I need to know, like, what's going on in there. Like, she's the oldest, but she doesn't act like the stereotypical, like, big sis who's basically like a second mom to their siblings. Like, that's more Freya's thing, and Freya's the youngest. Like, she's the child, she's the baby, but it's still weird because the Nesta is kind of like that mom figure towards Elaine. So it makes it even more weird because it's like, why are you like that with Elaine but not Freya? You know, like, it's just, it's so interesting. Like, like, I gotta know, like, what is it that makes her act so, like, hateful towards everyone else, including Freya, but then not Elaine? And it's just, I don't know, it's just really interesting. So even if Nesta and Cassian weren't a thing, I still would want to read Silver Flame just to know, like, what is up with Nesta. Like, I have to know. She's the most intriguing character to me, truly. Like, she is, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I have a theory about Elaine. My theory is, I'll tell you my theory since it's just a theory, so it's probably not spoilers or anything. But my theory is that Elaine can, like, maybe, like, see into the future, or, like, she, like, gets visions and stuff like that type of scenario. Like, that's my theory. always saw that like on social media, like people quoting it and stuff to make fun of it, but I hadn't seen it in such a while. So I was like, I wonder if that was like made up. I wonder if it's in this book. And then not even like a page later, after I had that thought, there it is. There it is. His growls of pleasure filled the tent, drowning out the distant cries of the injured and dying. Sarah. Sarah, girl. Now listen. I can't do this with you right now. I'm gonna need you to stop this. That whole meeting was an actual shit show. Like, what? So much was going on. I was just like reading the whole time. So much was happening. Golly. That was heated, that meeting. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about Moore and Azrael. Like, I liked them for sure in the second book. Like, because that's when they got introduced and they were like hinting at it and all that stuff. But now it just is like ridiculous to me now. Like, now it's giving like, I don't even know. Like, it's just so, I'm just annoyed by it. Like, I'm just like, can you get on with it? Because this is stupid. You know, like, I liked the slow burn of Thera and Reese in Acowar. And I'm usually not a slow burn girly, but I liked it with them. But like the slow burn of Azrael and Moore, if that even happens, who even knows what's gonna happen with those two? Just because it's so like just dumb at this point. With the longings and stuff and it's just I don't care about them anymore like I used to. But at this point it's like either be together or don't. Like I truly, like, I don't care. So if we're supposed to ship them, if they're supposed to end up together in the end, I feel like Sarah did not do a very good job with making me care about them. Damn it, where's Lucian? I will never not care about Lucian. I don't care what any of you say. I care about Lucian so much. I am glad that he's like doing something, because like before he definitely wasn't. So like there was no purpose of him being there. So I'm glad that they like found something for him to do. Can we fix this? Can we fix this between him and you know who already? Because golly, I just need Lucian to be okay. I'm sick of this. Give my man Lucian something. Just anything at this point. Just give him something. Golly. Also, screw Tamlin still. But also low-key feeling bad for him. Just a little bit. Just a tad. Just a little bit. Okay? Just don't come for me for that. Okay? I'm like, this is how bad I feel. Like this much. Yeah. That makes more sense. That's how bad I feel about Tamlin right now. I wanted to like talk about my like thoughts on like the whole mates thing and like just the fated mates concept in general that can be in some books. And I have to say, I've never really been into it. It's not necessarily my thing, but I also don't hate it either. I don't know. I feel like for a good romance, I myself just need to feel like they're soulmates. I don't need like a whole another entity to be like, yeah, you are fated mates. You know, like you were bound to find each other or whatever. Like I don't need a like magical thing to tell me that. I want the romance itself to tell me that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So do I hate that the mating thing is a thing in this world? A little bit. But I don't fully hate it. I do hate that like option of like you guys can be mated, but you could also like not actually connect in that way. And so like you guys might be mates, but you might not even remotely like each other. Like I don't like that because it just sounds sad. So yeah, I don't really like that. I am glad that you are not obligated to be with your mate if it's in that way. But yeah, so that's my opinions on mates. I'm still dead over that spicy scene with that line. I can't believe that was actually in here. I can't. I gotta reread it. Hold on. While I'm looking for that page, would y'all hate me if I said that I low-key ship Azrael with Elaine? Would y'all hate me for that? I kind of hate me for that. Because we know who Elaine is supposed to be with. You know. If you know, you know. And that would work in my favor. Yeah, I can't find that page. You would think as someone that tabs her stuff, she'd be able to find that page so quickly. But yeah, if anyone else ships Azrael and Elaine, just a little bit, you know, like I'm not like foaming at the mouth for them or anything. So it is what it is. I just feel like Azrael and Moore need to like figure it the hell out, because if they don't, pretty much anyone else they like look at, I'm gonna ship with instead, because like they're just playing games and wasting my time at this point. So I found the page, guys. His growls of pleasure filled the tent, drowning out the distant cries of the injured and dying. Thank you for allowing me to read that to you again. Also, I hope in Silver Flames that we see the High Lord of the Day Court more, because I really like him. He's so, I don't know, I just really like him. And I hope we see the Summer Court more. I love the Summer Court. Chapter 71. Bro, this whole time I was like, why don't you just kill this character off, bro? I'm so glad that they did not get killed off, because oh my god. Oh my god. Everything I question about Sarah, she has a reason. She probably doesn't have a reason for them steamy, cringy moments, but dang, everything I be questioning, everything I'm like, why aren't you killing this person off? Why aren't you developing this romance better? There's always a reason, bro. There's always a reason. Oh my god. No. I'm glad we met too. I'm not freaking out because I don't believe you. I don't believe her. Where the hell is Lucian? Lucian! Oh my god! Hey besties, I finished Acowar, and I think my final thoughts are I give it 4.5 stars. It was still really, really good. But it's just not this like the second one, you know what I mean? Like it's just not the same. It's just not at that same level for me. But I'm still surprised that Sarah managed to keep me entertained pretty much the whole time. There's some critiques I do have, but they involve like spoilers, so I'll say that more towards the end of the video. That it's still really good. I still really enjoyed it. I did need to listen to it. I couldn't really physically just read it because it was just too intimidating. I get what the slow burn girlies be saying when they're like, I like slow burn romances because I get bored when the couple's actually together. I've never really felt that way until this book, because like Thera and Reese were a slow burn in Acowar, and so then they're
together in this book, and it was kind of just like boring. They're like seeing their relationship, like I loved them, but it was boring now, just them, you know. Like Nesta and Cassian was carrying the book on their back, for real. For one, you guys know I am a Lucian stan, and where the fudge was Lucian? If you're not gonna use the character, kill them off. So I feel like maybe Sarah didn't kill Lucian off because she has something, maybe, possibly. If not, then that I have a real qualm with that, because like, as much as I love Lucian, if you're not gonna use him, just kill him off. You know what I mean? So yeah, 4.5 stars for Acowar. This has been a journey, guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're here just for the spoiler freeze, I'm gonna talk about some spoilers in this half of the video. So if you don't want that, peace out to you guys, okay? I'll give you some time. Are you gone? Did you leave? Okay. More was starting to get on my nerves with the way she was like being so overprotective with Cassian, but then like her thing with Azrael and all this stuff. And I was getting so confused about her as a person. And I was just like, I really thought how the way the Acowar ended with like Azrael almost dying. I thought like this book was gonna like make them like come together and be like, this is ridiculous, us like not being together when we want to be together. And so the fact that they weren't together in this one was really confusing to me, because I was like, girl, how much more stuff do you need to happen to like just admit it and like be together? And so I started to speculate that maybe she likes girls, and lo and behold, she is a bi queen. So good to know. And that's what I mean by like, there's things where I'm like critiquing what Sarah is doing while reading it, and then she'll like explain later, you know? And I'm just like, oh, so that's why you didn't really like flush out their romance very well. Because I was like, bro, at this point I am rooting for Az and Elaine. At this point, because you're doing such a terrible job with this romance. It was because she wanted us to not ship them, apparently. So great. I guess Moore was right in the end about being like, I need to tell him. Like, yeah, girl, you think? It's been 500 years. What the fudge? 500 years? You still... Ugh. Girl, it's okay. We still love her, but she needed like a reality check. Yeah, I feel like Lucian should have just died. Like, as much as I love him, like, what is the point of him? You know what I mean? Like, I was so hyped. I was so ready for Lucian to be a part of the Night Court. But when it didn't happen, I was so just like, ugh. And then to have him be mates with Elaine, the like severely depressed girl that doesn't want anything to do with him, like I was just like, what? What is the point of this? You know? So I don't know if Lucian and Elaine are in Silver Flames or not. I don't know if they're maybe in the novella and they like talk about working stuff out or something. I don't know. But at this point I am shipping Azrael and Elaine, because at least Elaine talks to Az. I don't know, like I don't know, like I don't know who Sarah is wanting us to root for with that whole scenario is the thing. So I'm just like you know, like I'm rooting for Lucian and Elaine to work out just so Lucian and Elaine can be like happy, you know? But there's really no moments with them. Like there's probably like 2 moments and that's it. And so that's my other qualm. You guys know I said that I am for deaths in books, especially if it has war involved. It's like, it's very unrealistic for the main characters. Like there's not one casualty within the main characters. With Amren, like her like doing the thing with the cauldron and like giving up her like emotions basically and all that stuff, you know. I was like, oh my gosh, I really didn't expect this. I didn't see this coming. This is great. And then she came back to life as like a high fae, and I was like happy about it. But now thinking about it, it's like, you could have just killed her off. Like, I love her, but you could have, like, there would have been a lot more impact, I think, if she was like killed off. But then there's also impact with the fact that she doesn't have the same powers as she once did. So like, her having to navigate that type of life would be interesting if that's fleshed out at all in the other books. But like I said, there should have been some more death. I don't know. I still think Az should have died because that would have just hurt, and I would have been here for it, you know? It would have hurt, but it wouldn't have hurt enough because he's not in it that much. I still love him, but it just wouldn't have been as big a deal, if that makes any sense. No one's probably gonna agree with me with that, but yeah, like everything I'm talking about, I don't want them to die, but I'm talking about in the sense of like good story writing. I feel like death is an option and should be treated as such, especially when it's a war book, you know? So the fact that like there was a sacrifice but no one truly died, it was kind of like, I love it because it's like happy ending, but like you could have, you know. But the dad, I was not expecting that. And literally not at all. So that was cool. And so it's crazy how Sarah made me go from being like, this man's barely here, just kill him off. And then within like a chapter, I'm like, don't do it. Don't let him die. Don't do it. And then he did anyways. You know, so that was kind of crazy how I was switched up so fast. But yeah, I guess that could count as like a... But he's barely in the book. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know if I'll film Silver Flames. I am gonna take a break from this world. Tell me if you guys want me to vlog Silver Flames or not. So just let me know down in the comments below. I still have not steamed my curtains. Authenticity, guys. It's kind of like the last video of this series, so that's kind of crazy. So if you don't want it to be the end, let me know if you guys want me to film me reading Silver Flames. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. I'm most active on my Instagram, in case you're wondering. But yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Meet me under street lights. Meet me where the lights fade out. Tell me what it feels like